Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Weekly Roundup. I'm your host, Jake Friel, Tom Arnone, Ralph Delvecchio on the ones and twos. We've been gone for a little while. New studio. Looks pretty nice so far. Not finished yet, but it's on the way. It's looking pretty good. So, obviously, bowl games today, and obviously we got some football along as well. We got the Texans and Buccaneers going on right now. Jameis Winston just threw a pick six, so you hate to see it. But
about 45 seconds in.
Yeah, but
45 seconds in.
And just a little bit of background for people that just aren't watching the game. The NFL Network, the analysts at NFL Network, they did a coin flip. I think it was heads or tails if Jameis Winston would first throw an interception or a touchdown. I mean, technically they got both right because he threw a pick six. So
double
technically,
dip. We call that a double dip.
So technically he's right, or they're both right. But
by the way, Eagles by 1 million tomorrow. Because Chase Utley just did something on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Did he narrate it?
Yeah.
Because I can't listen right now,
Yeah,
but Wilson sent it to me. Eagles by 1 million tomorrow.
Really?
By 1 million. All right, we'll go on. Sorry.
What was he narrating?
Just something over like.
It was like what they did with Joe Girardi. Remember that hype video?
Hold on, here we
okay.
go. See if we can give it to the people.
I can plug. You want me to plug it in here?
Yes, I do.
Right.
I do. It's that important. It's that important to get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
Because it's been a weird week, has it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're going to get into the Eagles a little later, and we're going to be talking about some bowl games early, but this is a must play right now.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Chase?
With Chase, yeah.
He doesn't do a lot of talking.
No.
So if he's narrating, this is big time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just throw? No, I was like he had him on the deep ball. I'm like, did he throw a touchdown? Got it, Ralphie?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up.
Why is my phone saying turn off on? So we're getting to the bowls. We'll wait on Ralphie.
Yeah. Leading up to the poll question, we're also brought to you by ATSSportPicks.com. Use promo code A2D, get yourself 20% off. Number 3, Clemson will upset Ohio State. Agree or disagree?
Well, I agree, and I don't even think it's an upset. I think Clemson's a better team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll go with Clemson in these games off of speed more so than anything else.
Okay.
Like in more positions, I don't know. They're built like an SEC team. Mm-hmm. So until Ohio State beats SEC teams consistently, I'm not buying in.
Yeah.
I'm not buying in. We know what Ohio State is. They're loaded up. They're loaded. I think Clemson wins the game.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially with a quote-unquote veteran with Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence just adds such a huge dimension to Clemson's offense. I don't see how. I mean, obviously Chase Young's going to get his, so, but I don't see how Clemson loses today.
No, I don't see it either, Jake. And I'm not going to bet against Dansby. Sorry, Mr. I'm not betting against Dabo. I mean,
Yeah.
I had Dansby Swanson in my head. Did you see that? I really had Dansby Swanson. I mean, I'm in the area. You know what I mean? I'm down south. But no, I'm not betting against Dabo in a game like this either.
Mm-hmm. Then obviously later tonight you have LSU versus Oklahoma, so that should be good.
When's that? Next week?
No, it's 4 p.m. It says. I could be wrong.
Is that today?
Yeah. A lot of the bowl
wow.
games are today. Let me just double check though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
So I got the Chase Utley ready to go. So
All right, pull it up. We'll
go ahead and play that.
Yeah.
Here we go. If it plays.
You truly want to make your mark on this town? I know a few ways.
There goes Chase, and this is job to McBride, who throws it. Chase is going to keep going, and he's safe at home plate. Chase Utley, you are the man.
Giving it everything you've got every time you're on the field. Playing your best when it matters the most.
World champion.
And winning against the team no one in the city can stand. That's how legends are made in Philadelphia. Beat Dallas, be remembered forever.
Let's go.
And that doesn't get you going.
That's the best. You beat Dallas, you'll remember forever. That's the best part.
No, the
That's
games
awesome.
are not today. Those games.
Yeah, they're next week.
They're next
Oh,
week.
they are next week.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There is. I mean, there is the bowl games do. Bowl game wise officially start today. With a bunch of shit.
Okay.
Until later. I mean, 7:30 you got Boise State, Washington. Okay, watchable. And then we're talking about Appalachian State, UAB.
Yeah, a lot of small,
small.
Building up for next week.
Yeah, building it up for all next week because
gotcha.
everything gets rolling next week officially.
Okay.
For the big ones. This Saturday, the 28th, is when your real big ones are going to get rolling.
Right.
Your biggerish ones.
Mm-hmm.
Your ranked versus ranked.
Right.
And next Saturday is Oklahoma, LSU, Clemson, Ohio State. Next Saturday.
Okay.
They're the big ones next Saturday.
All right. So, obviously, let's move on into the Sixers a little bit. Some people think the season's over after last night's horrible loss against the Mavs. I'm not going to say it's over. It's not looking good right now, but it's definitely not over.
Well, I mean, I think there's a couple of different ways to look at it. When you look at it from, another pick, by the way. Another pick. Have a day. Another pick
Another
six.
pick six.
Another pick six.
Oh, my God.
Jameis off to a hot start. I mean, there's a couple ways to look at it with the Sixers. One, how many times has the starting five actually played together? Mm-hmm. It matters a little bit. That chemistry can come throughout the rest of the season. There's a lot of basketball to be played. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. I mean, your biggest concern is Ben Simmons offensively. Is that going to change? I understand if people want to panic over that. I'm fully on board with that panic. But in terms of this team, in terms of Joel Embiid, and in terms of where I think this team can still go, it's too early for me to be full panic mode yet. I mean, that can change quickly. But it's too early. I mean, you can go on a quick 5, 6, 7 game winning streak, and everybody forgets these three clunkers. Mm-hmm. I mean, last night's a bad loss. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it can be made up for. Yeah. This isn't the first round of the playoffs. You didn't lose at home to go down 0-1. That's where I think people need to realize it's not football and to calm down a little bit. There are concerns. There are issues with this basketball team. Al Horford hasn't looked as good as the Al Horford I remember. Hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, that could be a little bit of chemistry with the guys around you. Ben Simmons, offensively, has not grown offensively yet. Mm-hmm. And if somebody would tell me, Tommy's grown, he's made 2 threes. And I'll tell you what I said in the video yesterday. The entire league makes threes. The entire National Basketball Association and the G League make threes. Mm-hmm. Simple. So my whole thing with Ben wasn't about the three this year. It was about coming in with a mid-range game. Mm-hmm. It's you got Kevin Nunn on you at 6'2" in the Miami game, and the reason Joel Embiid's not in the paint on a lot of situations is they'll allow Ben to get to the paint because you can't have both down there. That's why Ben Simmons kills Joel Embiid. Kills him at times. All right? You can't have both down there when you talk about one's going to drive. So you have Kevin Nunn, who's 6'2", guarding you at the end of the Miami game. And instead of taking him down to the bucket where you have the entire lane and space to operate, you decide to kick that out for a long three by Al Horford. Fine. Last night there's videos of you pulling up, right? Mid-range jumper, elbow jumper. That's what I needed this year. It's about progression. It's not. I didn't need the finished product of you hitting threes for me to say you've grown. My product was you having the confidence to shoot the mid-range against anybody. This is what y'all forgetting. He shoots the long ones against teams that fucking stink. So good. Congratulations. You have confidence against teams that are terrible. Well, you ain't playing terrible ones when you're getting deep into the playoffs, when it matters. This is my concern. If you want to talk about Sixers concern, is that my point guard air quote,
Point guard, yeah.
came in with zero difference in his offensive game. In the game. Zero mid-range game. Zilch. We're watching him shoot fadeaways like Kobe in the gym this all season and slobbing it, right? I don't see any fadeaways.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's the same old thing. If I can't get to the hole in transition, then my offense becomes stagnant because of him. Because of him.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to make a decision if this guy's going to continue playing the point guard position or if he's going to get moved to somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's got to happen soon. I can't continue to be an apologist for something that hasn't changed.
But do you think they'll make that move to put Ben at the 4?
No.
Because
No.
here's the thing, though. You have now basically you brought in Al Horford to play the 4. If you're saying that to move him, where are you putting Ben then?
Right.
You're not. He's got to play the point guard position. So he's got to.
But he's not doing. If you shoot throughout his whole entire career so far, all you have to do is just. I don't care if he can shoot the 3 or not. I'm not covering you on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
I'll wait until you get down to that free throw line because at least he does some stuff down there that are like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Where's this been for 12 months, the whole year, right? And then he goes away for a little bit, and then he comes back and he's spurty a little bit.
Bro, you're 6'10".
Yeah.
You're 6'10". Your matchups are always in your favor. And this is why it's when I came into this year, it's a matchup nightmare when you have to cover that guy. It should be. You understand my point?
Yeah.
So where are the fadeaways in the post? The back down fadeaways. Or just the elbow jumper. Like if you can then come in transition, right? And the whole world thinking you're taking it to the basket and you can pull up and hit that, right? Then in transitions, guys got to respect the whole process. You understand?
And that was my point exactly.
It makes transition better.
Where you haven't seen players that have guarded him respect the mid-range or even the 3. It's just, I'm just going to guard you close to the basket, and you can have all this space. And you saw it the first year you guys made the playoffs against Boston, where Brad Stevens said, okay, when Ben's on the floor, we're just going to clog the lanes. There's nothing he can do because we know he's not going to take the 15-foot jump shot.
Yep.
He's not going to do it.
He's not going to do it. And as it looks like this year, he's not going to take that one either.
And you would think also the way your lineup is that you at least have 3-point shooters in Joel, in an Al Horford. Josh Richardson can shoot the 3 a little bit, which spreads the floor out. And that's an opening invitation for Ben on the transition to say, all right, I got the whole paint to myself, knowing that, Joel can shoot the 3. He can split out a little bit. You have the whole paint to yourself now. Just go work. And he hasn't been doing it.
Well, his mid-range jumper means so much to this basketball team. Yeah. It just does because it means so much to their offense on what they're trying to do. If you want Joel in the post more, I need a mid-range game out of you to be able to create space for that. I can't have Horford, Joel, and then you being a one-trick pony that it's got to beat at the basket or nothing.
Yeah.
Then how am I got 3 guys down there?
Yeah.
That creates zero spacing on the basketball court.
And also another thing on my watch party, Jason Bennett says, Tom, address why Ben doesn't D up the smaller guards.
I mean, it's not. I don't think I think he does at times, but I think that's a big reason why you have Josh Richardson.
Yeah.
I think that's a big reason why. I mean, Ben can. He can switch on anybody. As I sit here and hammer the kid, I'm not going to run away from the fact that he's a tremendous defender. Tremendous defender. Tremendous. Okay, he really is.
Yeah.
Truly is. So I can't take that away from him. All right? He's got great vision. He can run the court well. There's some things he does well are really good, but I'm always going to fall back to the offense, but I think that's the main reason. But they switch on everybody. Yeah. They switch on everything though, Jason. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I don't dislike that, that they switch on everything, but they do. That's their MO defensively.
Yeah. But I think my big issue with Ben too is obviously he's gotten better defensively, but you see players in the league, for example, look at Giannis. He got better again this offseason.
Yeah.
He got better again.
He killed us.
See, Jake, this is what nobody can miss in this whole conversation, right? Giannis got better. Ben got better.
Yeah.
The problem is he's not taking what he got better at and putting it out in the court in games.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm sure he's shooting fadeaways in practice. I'm sure he's, we've seen it in other videos of him having a mid-range game.
You saw it all summer
Yeah,
long.
so it's like it's not that it's not there in the arsenal. It's something up mentally
that he just
that doesn't have the confidence to do it. Hence why he shoots threes. I get the 2 threes against 2 teams that stink. This is why. This is why I'm going to continue to be critical of his offensive game until he shows me what he showed me in the offseason and what he kind of crap he does at practice. Shoot the basketball.
Yeah.
Just please, a little bit. You have the game. You're 6'10". Heads on your matchup against a guy 6'2" to 6'4". Expose them.
Right.
Instead of the other way, you're getting exposed.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't. Me personally, I think something needs to change, whatever that may be. I think like they need to get a big piece in here, or
How?
something. That's the
There's
thing.
there's no money.
Yeah, right.
There's
There's no
money
money.
to get a big piece.
Yeah,
involved.
you're locked up with that.
You're fucked with that Tobias contract.
And
I don't think you are, though.
And then
I think
you also have
Tobias can play. I'm not worried about Tobias.
the Al Horford contract as well. But
That doesn't help either. Yeah.
But year 3.
I'm not in no panic mode about this team.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not,
no.
Like, I don't need a star in here. You know, if you're asking me what this team needs, it needs some
shooting.
more bench scoring.
Yeah, but
Sure.
But when you guys are talking stars, how many more stars do you actually need? Because you already have Joel, who's already a superstar, right? Al Horford in his own rights is a star, right? I mean, and then Ben. I mean, can he be that next? Can he take that leap to become a star?
Yeah,
You know what
he
I
needs
mean?
to. I mean, he's 23. I mean,
Because at that point, Tom, you have 3 stars on your team in it, and you also have Tobias, which I mean, in my opinion, is really not a star, but he's a good piece to have.
Yeah, he's a good piece. He's not like a
It's
elite
like
player.
how many more players do you need for this to work out?
Right.
Like big name players.
no, you need one
know?
thing for it to work out. You need your point guard to shoot the basketball a little bit. Okay? Or he can't be a point guard. I'm going to continue to say it, and I'll say it ad nauseum. Okay, until he shoots the basketball, there's going to be holes offensively with this basketball team.
Well, see, I think when it comes to that too, I think like now I'm not saying Brett Brown's the complete problem, but it's the fact that Ben's known Brett Brown since he was a little kid. There's that respect there, but I don't think he respects him in that way to where. And also, Brett isn't just like that aggressive coach. Where like I mean, he'll yell at you on the court, but he's not going to force you to do anything. He's like, oh yeah, Ben takes shots during practice, but like I need to see him actually like get mad about it, because Brett knows if he starts shooting the ball, it's over. I don't care what anybody says. If Ben gets a consistent jump shot and does it consistently, it just opens everything up, and it just makes this team just so much better, so much better. And I think it's a combination. I don't want to say Brett Brown's the real problem, but I feel like some of the players, like when it comes to Joel and Ben, I feel like they don't respect him as much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a respect thing for him. I mean, I think they respect him fine. It's about going out and playing basketball. You know, he can't make you do things you're not comfortable doing. He can press it. He can talk about it all the time. He can talk about it in player meetings, team meetings, whatever. But if you don't do it,
Right.
you're just not doing it. You know, I don't think there's anybody out there that's gonna make the guy shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nobody out there that's gonna make him shoot. People
Yeah, but
can,
at some point in your career, Tommy, when you bring the ball up, the defense is at some point you got to make the defense honest.
you don't got to tell me that. I yelled and screamed about it for 15
keep
minutes.
them honest, though.
I yelled and screamed about it for 15 minutes. You don't got to tell me.
No, I'm
you don't
just
got to tell me
saying-
nothing.
I'm just saying in general.
All right, I'm tired of having this conversation with you. Honestly, I feel like a roach agreeing with you on something like this. I feel disgusting. I'm about to go get a shower. But, you know, the facts are facts. This is hurting this offense. It's hurting some of the things they want to do. And until that's changed, I don't know. I got to see this 5 play together more. You know, they haven't played together a ton. It was mentioned on the broadcast last night. You know, last night was a flat-out disgrace. But you go through these times throughout the year, guys.
Yeah.
You do. That's why I told people earlier, my crumb of the day are people that are panicking that, like, the season ended yesterday. It didn't. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. He can come out and show these things still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could. I want him to prove me wrong that he can do it. I believe he can do it, but you know what I mean? He just won't.
Right.
So prove me wrong when I say you won't do it.
Yeah.
Do it. You know, allow Joe to, you know, I don't know what's up with Joe either.
Yeah.
You know, just in terms of mentally. He's my guy. That's a son of mine. You know, but he's back and forth sometimes. After the fight with Karl Anthony Towns, I feel like this organization sat him down, and I don't like what they said. I can already tell you I don't like what they said. Let him be the player he is. What makes greatness is allowing guys to be who they are in terms of what gets them going on a basketball court, football field, etc., right? It's about letting a guy, when he steps between them lines, be the guy he is. You can't take away what Draymond Green does on the court. You can't say, Draymond, you can't do that anymore. It's how he plays.
Yeah.
It's what makes him the player he is. Okay? I can't tell Joel Embiid through what I've watched through the course of his career, easy on Twitter.
Right.
Easy with all the talking on the court. No. I want you to do the things that drive you. That's all. So I think the organization, if that conversation was had, I have a problem with that. A major problem with that. The upper brass that sat that down needs to sit down.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Now, obviously the big game tomorrow. How do we feel about it?
Eagles, Cowboys.
Yep.
It's 50-50 right now for me. But I'm gonna go Birds.
Okay.
I think I had the score when Tommy, Greg, and Ryan were doing their show. I think I had the score. I think I had 24-20 Birds.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think Dak's really injured.
No.
It would be nice to have Cooper Rush in there
Yeah,
for
right.
a meaningful game, because I remember last time it was a game almost like this, and Tony Romo got hurt, and then Kyle Orton came in, and we just blew the doors off of him and won the division that night. It would be pretty nice, but I don't think Dak's really that hurt, to be honest. Obviously, he's ready to go. It's just containing Zeke, because we're 0-5 with him.
Yep.
0-5 against Zeke so far throughout the career that he's been with the Cowboys. So I still got Eagles, though. I think the link's going to be rocking. I got 24-20 Birds.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much where you're at. I'm 50-50 with it. Dak's obviously not hurt. I think he said I think he said he was going to play, which isn't a shocker to anybody. He was going to play regardless. But right now, I'm not going to say this Eagles team's hot offensively. They're kind of getting in rhythm a bit. Carson's hot right now. This defense, that's what scares me more than anything. The defense scares me more than anything. But again,
No, I mean, I love you. I love you over there. Chase got up in your feelings because, I mean, I want to look at him. Now we got to stop this guy. This guy looked like he ran a 4.7 all year. He gonna play us and look like he's running a 4.25.
yeah,
That's how it always been.
It's been a
It's
disgrace.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hurdling guys, ruining weeks.
Well, after one hurdle he puts on tomorrow, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, it's over.
So if he hurdles anybody, if he even hurdles, listen, if he just jumps over the line coming onto the field, I'm gonna be like, oop. I wish I didn't see that.
yep.
Take the cameras away.
Cowboy by a million.
Yeah.
Oops. No, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. Just based on the last 25 years, the Cowboys have just had a history of choking. So I really can see this being a quote-unquote upset. I don't know what the line is right now. I think the last time I looked at it, Cowboys were
Thursday, it did drop down to 1.
Yeah, it was like 1-1 and a
Man,
half.
probably close to pick them, isn't it now?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder what it is now. It's probably getting closer.
I would
see
think.
what the sports app has it, because they give off lines as well.
Yeah.
So let this load.
I still got Cowboys 2.5.
2.5.
Yep, it must have jumped back up because he's
Okay.
playing.
That's probably
Yeah.
why.
It was lowering for a second. Now it's 2. Got it at 2.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 over under 46.
Yeah,
Okay.
sports app has it 46.5
46.5.
for the over under.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
got it at 2 as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
steady toe.
Good. Because I was just getting it off ESPN. They're usually close enough to the major sports books. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Carson Wentz has been relatively hot right now. If he can do it 3 weeks in a row, I'll be jumping over the moon again.
Yeah.
But
Well, let me ask you a question before you do that.
Yeah.
Do you think this translates for him? And
As far as
and his locker room, confidence-wise, guys believing in him,
absolutely,
things like that.
Absolutely. I never really thought there was an issue with him in the locker room anyway. I think just those people with their agendas and the articles. I mean, there's probably some validity to it that he just has an attitude here and there. That's fine. That's any athlete.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's as bad as other
People wanna
forums.
make
And
it
like,
out
Yeah,
there,
well, I
yeah.
mean, if you're injured, back-to-back years and the training staff tells you, oh, yeah, your back's fine, but really your back's broken.
Right.
And you're one hit away from almost ending your whole entire career. I'll be a little pissed off as well.
Yeah, I'll probably be a little salty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the crazy thing is, too, like, whenever he's healthy, aside from the 2017 season,
He's been lights out.
well, it's not even that he's been lights out. He's just had, like, issues. It's either the offensive line isn't playing well, his wide receivers aren't playing well, the defense lets him down. It's always, like, some sort of thing where he just, for whatever reason, he's I'm not going to say he's snake bitten, but whenever he's just relatively healthy, he just has other issues aside from things that he just can't control. But going into the game on Sunday, like I said, Carson Wentz is hot right now. 2 back-to-back fourth-quarter victories, showing that he can be clutch for people that don't want to believe it. And people on other platforms and markets are saying this is the biggest game of Carson Wentz's career. I feel like they're echoing it because I've heard it like 5 different times this year. But obviously, this is a big game. This is one of his biggest games of his career. It's not the biggest, but I really think, personally, people I think are just too hung on whether Carson Wentz wins or loses, how they're going to perceive him moving on into the future.
Yeah.
That's my big issue. But this, for me, this is a kitchen sink game. Doug Peterson has to just go deep back into the playbook, just every play call, just bring out everything. What I really need from the defense, I just need like a turnover or two. Obviously, because I know we're not going to be able to stop Amari Cooper. If we can slow down Zeke a little bit,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. But I think it's going to be close. I'm going to say we win fourth quarter, Jake Elliott field goal, 24-21 Birds.
What do you have?
24-21 Birds, Jake Elliott game-winning field goal.
Oh, God, another roller coaster. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but
Every week. It's every week. I can't have it this week.
yeah, but you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But isn't it like I don't think it's going to happen. But say the Eagles win tomorrow, and then
They still got to go down to New York and win that game just to win the division.
and just knowing how this franchise is and just how our luck is, we
Yeah.
lose to the Giants somehow,
yeah.
and then
I don't know what I've had mixed emotions all week about this football game. I don't know how much I trust this defense, like we talked about earlier. You know, now you got to do something. You know, but I do. The one thing that's like drawing me back to liking the Eagles is every time the national media is all up on the Cowboys, they end up losing.
yeah,
And the second thing is, you know, we're 0-5 versus Zeke. Like at some point, that's got to change.
yeah,
Like a win's just bound to come because that just doesn't go on forever.
Right.
You know, it just doesn't. So, you know, to me, I need monster games. You know, we'll talk about this tomorrow morning more in depth, me personally, on the show. But, you know, I need a big game from 91.
okay,
Okay? And a monster game from Fletcher Cox tomorrow.
okay,
Okay? Huge. He creates this whole thing up front. There's going to probably be no Derek Barnett tomorrow.
probably not.
Okay, so, you know, maybe a linebacker sometime this year want to make a play. Would love to have him. Okay? Any linebacker. Somebody wants to make a play. I haven't seen a linebacker make a play all year.
Yeah, it would be nice, huh?
All right, maybe a pick. Hey, maybe a corner wants to pick off a football. That'd be an exciting time for it on Sunday.
Yeah,
So, you know, the fact that Zeke's owned us 5 times in a row, essentially,
0-5, yep.
I think that's going to change. And I got 28-24 Eagles.
Okay.
You know, we're down, and not late in the fourth because that doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
But at some point in the fourth quarter, you know, we score a touchdown to take the lead.
Thank God they don't got Cole Beasley anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Because he always comes up and get big games. And he used to kill us.
No,
The
he
guy who's
did.
in Buffalo.
No, he did.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I mean, I don't want to go too deep because then I feel like I'm going to be saying the same shit I'm saying tomorrow.
Right.
Which might mean I might even put my headset down and take a walk and get the paint ready, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm going to go say everything I'm going to say tomorrow.
Right.
And then tomorrow I'm not going to feel good about what I just said. 'Cause I feel like I just got repetitive.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get scared of that. Even, you know, I don't give a shit. But all I know is the front four, it's so cliche. They got to come dominate tomorrow up front. You have to. And linebackers got to make plays. Nigel, I don't know where you've been all year. You know, you firing a firearm again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you been? I mean, I feel like you've been suspended. Like, where's he been? And Nigel Brown's getting paid a lot of money to make plays on this defense, too. You know, Malcolm, when's the last time you created a turnover? Good time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good times for stuff on Sunday. You know, I think Carson in this offense, because I like what they, I like what they're doing. I'm loving the screen game. I'm loving the misdirection stuff. You know, that's why I was saying last Wednesday we did that little show, me, Greg, and Ryan, that, that's why I like what Greg Ward brings, because, bringing him in motion, and then, giving him the ball once in a while there now makes people respect this demotion there.
And the same thing with Boston Scott as well, too,
Yeah.
out of the backfield.
And then you just hold guys. You hold linebackers for a second.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they're letting Carson, play. Play some backyard football, man. Everybody bitches and moans about the fumble, right? But that's trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody bitched and moaned about the miles, right?
Oh, my God.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's him getting out of the pocket trying to make a play. All he's doing there is trying to get out of the pocket and make a play.
Yeah.
And got blindsided. You know what I mean? Got blindsided. That happens. I can't expect my quarterback to hold on to the football while getting blindsided.
Yeah.
I know I need you to, but I can't expect that.
Yeah.
When you're rolling out trying to
9
make a
times
play.
out of 10, I mean, throughout the league, we've seen it, since we've been watching football. I mean, that happens 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
Blindside hit the ball always comes out.
Always.
Yep.
Always. Now, I hope some of our woes defensively change on Sunday, but I need Carson to get outside the pocket, make plays outside the pocket, continue to run a lot of the things we've been running because I think they work. And then obviously you need a big game from Mr. Hurts as well.
Yeah.
Because he's our only weapon essentially on the outside. No Nelson. What a shock.
Yeah.
What a shock. What a shock. You quit. You flat out quit on your football team. That's what you did. Your coach told you it too, which tells you all you need to know about you ever coming back here. That ain't happening.
If the team's thinking about shutting you down, then I already know what.
He made a comment a week and might have been 2 weeks ago, or it was like 2 weeks ago. Well, some of these guys got to get over just the wear and tear stuff.
Yeah.
He said something like that, and you know exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
You got a knee bruise, honey. You got a knee bruise, honey.
Yeah.
Your quarterback was playing with a broken back last year, and you got a knee bruise.
Your quarterback threw a touchdown on a torn ACL.
On a torn ACL,
Right.
you got knee
For
bruises.
3 straight plays after he tore it. 3 straight
Yeah.
plays.
Like I said, I wanted Nelly to play in this game. I did. Just because it just gives you another air quote weapon. I don't even know what it is. But I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done with him.
Yeah, after I saw that report, I think it was like yesterday or a day or two ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, yeah.
That was
I think we need 2 turnovers to win this game on Sunday.
yeah.
I think this defense needs to be opportunistic and put us in some good situations.
If there isn't any turnovers, what's the magic number the Eagles need to get to that say, okay, they can win this game?
Yeah.
There's always that. There's always
28.
that number.
I was
28.
saying like 24. You have to at least get over at least get 24 or get over 24.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean 28 to win it.
Yeah. Let's get into who we believe our offensive and defensive MVPs will be.
Yep, I can't do this one.
No.
Can't do this one. I love you guys. I love everybody. I'm going to go get the paint ready. Let the kids finish up in here. Can't do it. Just can't do it. I mean, I'm just, nobody's going to watch tomorrow. We don't give a shit. You already said it all.
Yeah.
I'll get the star ready. We got stuff to do.
Yeah. Still got to work on the studio after this.
I mean, I could just take 2 different people and just go like, I will just before I leave, Miles
Yeah.
and Fletch.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Miles
fine.
Fletch.
That's fine.
I'm going to go offensive player. I'm going to go Zach would be a nice one. I'm going to go Greg Ward on this one.
Ooh, I like that
Going
one.
Greg Ward.
I like that one.
Going Greg Ward again.
Okay.
And then my defensive player of the game is going to be Jesus Christ. I would say Ronald Darby, but it would be nice if he could make an open field tackle, so I'm not going to go him. I'm going to go Brandon Graham.
Okay.
Brandon Graham.
I like that one. Need that one too. Yeah, definitely need that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me think. Well, to your one point for offensive MVP, Greg Ward's such a huge piece, at least moving forward, because it's the fact that he's actually catching balls, which is huge, but it's the fact that he used to be a quarterback, so he knows, and he's been in the system for a while.
You know
so
what?
he
It would
knows.
be cool to see at least one of those end arounds where Greg Ward actually throws the ball, like a trick play.
That's what I'm saying. This is a kitchen sink game, so you have to get creative a little bit. Carson Wentz with a little flea flicker to Greg Ward.
Yeah. It would be nice.
Or that, what do you call it? Like the same play that Tom Brady and Edelman do all the time. Brady gets snapped the ball and then he laterals it to the sideline.
The only touchdown that was, well, not the only touchdown, but the one that really put the nail in the coffin for the Eagles against New England, where they did the little trickery with Edelman and he had Philip Dorsett in the end zone with it, with the touchdown.
Right. What do we have on? What do you call it, real quick, before I
Good old
give
Facebook.
Facebook and YouTube before I get to
Nicholas Patrick says Mills is his defensive player of the game, maybe a pick 6.
Okay.
He's also talking about going back to when you guys were talking about Ben Simmons and Giannis. He said Giannis wasn't good until year 4, year 5.
Yeah,
this is his 4th year, and he won
this is
MVP
his 4th
last
year.
year.
So, and Giannis got even better, which is insane to think about.
He also said that the link should be the deciding factor in our win. Crowd better be jumping. I totally agree, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Totally
I definitely agree.
And he also, let me pull this up real quick. And he also said when we were talking about the missed tackles and stuff like that, he said it's been a thorn in our side for as long as I can think while he was watching the Eagles about the missed tackles in the open field. And it's been, I remember one year that, the Super Bowl year. That was the only year we really didn't miss any open field tackles.
Yeah.
Look what happened. You got you a freaking touchdown.
Well, see, it's a lot tougher now, too. Just basically, like, it's not like 10, 15 years ago when me and you were watching football or when we even played football in, like, elementary school and high school.
Well, they let them play.
Well, it's that, yeah, but I'm saying, like, they don't let you even, like, tackle in practice anymore. You're tackling, like, a big foam thing.
Yeah,
that's really it.
I remember playing Pee Wee football. Every practice was pads.
Yeah, it was all pads.
You were hitting everybody.
Right, I remember.
Coming through, Pee Wee football to, your travel football team. And then going into high school, middle school football, high school football.
It was all padded.
Yeah. So, I understand that, but, you also got to feel for your, the cornerbacks and the safeties. Like, it's to the point where it's like, okay, if I make this tackle, if I hit them the wrong way, am I going to get the 15-yard penalty and stuff like that? So,
that's a big part of it too. That's a good point because they're thinking while they're playing.
They also got to change that rule a little bit, the helmet to helmet. Because if a running back is lowering his head before my corner, that should negate it, bro.
Right.
Because that running back has already been lowering his head before my corner.
Well, you also see guys, too. Like, you'll see guys even get the call when they're, like, slowing up on corners.
Yeah.
Or slowing up on, like, offensive players like a wide receiver or running back. And they still get the call. And you can see the defender was trying to slow down.
Yeah.
But you're not going to slow down a 250-pound linebacker running a 4.5.
And that's what everybody doesn't get, where it's like, oh, well, if they just change, it's the helmets ain't going to do anything. Right. You're asking a 215-pound linebacker that's running at 11 to 12 miles per hour across the field to just stop on a dime. It's just not going to happen, dude.
No, it's not going to happen
at all.
What do we have on YouTube?
Bryce is in the chat saying, "What's up,
Bryce?
fellas?" He also thinks that Clemson is going to win.
Okay.
Rob Povia says, best time of the year.
What's up, Pove?
The resident Cowboys fan. Povia. Rosca says, what's up as well.
What's up, Rosca?
And Bryce also says, my boys got the W. Heat. Hashtag heat culture.
Oh,
hashtag Jimmy.
I'm not going to lie. I'm missing Jimmy a little bit.
Yeah, he was your closer.
Well, it's not
and
even.
He was another guy that you could go to.
Well, it's not even that. He just adds that. What do you call it? He adds that like grit and that attitude to where he just doesn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he'll play his ass off, but he also, he works.
Look what you heard the story as soon as he went to Miami that he woke up at 4 a.m. and then the next day, half of the team joined him because they said, "Oh wait, if this dude's putting in work." You had Tyler Hero in there, Bam was in there, Justin Winslow was in there.
Yep.
He had all the guys in there at 4 o'clock in the morning, practicing and doing extra workouts. Bryce Blackwell on YouTube also says that 50-50. The defense scares me.
Yeah.
But the offense and Wentz I trust.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand because yet again it's like. 1 week, the offense is amazing. The defense sucks. And then you saw it during the Giants game. The defense really started to come together in the second half, but that offensive performance in the first half
awful.
And a little bit of the second half was horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrendous. But the defense, stepped up in that Giants game. And then you saw it last week with the Redskins where the offense was clicking, and then the defense was every time, and it's been this way throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
Where the offense scores points, defense comes on the field and lets up points. It's been like that the whole year, and you can't have that. Definitely not this tomorrow night against the Cowboys.
You have to bring your A game, and as far as I need to see a defense where that during that 2-week stretch against Seattle and New England, I need that defense. I need that defense.
Seriously.
And that. And I thought that was going to be I think a lot of us were fooled.
I
because
thought, both of those games were going to be, the games where it's like, okay, we're down 23 points right now, and the fourth, it's over. But we hung in there. Just a couple plays we were off on, and it just came down to a couple plays.
Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy part too, because we're not that far off from getting back to where we were 2 years ago.
Yeah,
we're not that far off.
Think about it. All those drop passes that we had from Nelson and from JJ.
You're 9-4
to start the year. Yeah, you're sitting pretty. I mean, you're sitting good right now in the division, right? So if Nelson catches that seam route against Atlanta, you're 2-0. JJ catches that ball against Detroit, you're 3-0 because you're at the 1 yard line with a minute and change to go.
And the corner already fell down, so JJ
with Jordan Howard at the goal line.
Well, not even that. JJ, what do you call it? He would have caught it because I think Darius Slayer, whoever was on him, fell down.
Yeah,
and he had a good 2 or 3 feet where he could just backed into the end zone, and that was it.
And that would have been the game. So you went 3-0
and then and then you have that Aguilar drop against New England.
And so I mean, there's a lot of things to go into this season, especially with the drops and the record, but we're sitting at 7-7, and if you told me, to start the year for the Eagles, if somebody would have told me, going into Week 16, you guys are 7-7 and still have a chance to make the playoffs and win the division, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah,
I would have laughed at you.
Well, because I think all of us coming into the season, and even not even the A2 guys at A2D, just the whole Philadelphia fan base, we all thought this was a 10+ win football team.
On paper, all year long. Training camp, mini camp, off-season workouts, all year long on the roster, on paper, was amazing roster.
Right.
It was, I had at the beginning of the year, going up against the Chargers roster is the most complete roster in the league. And then you saw what happened to both teams. The Chargers are the Chargers. They start off slow every single year.
And then they get hot at the end. Yep.
And they just fade off, for the last 3 games. But this Eagles team, on paper, it was holy shit, this might be the most complete team. We even had poll questions saying, is this roster better than the Super Bowl's
team,
roster?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and even Doug came out, in the offseason saying this team is more talented than the 2017 team. Yeah. So, I mean, on paper, the team looked amazing. It's on the field, it looks like straight slop.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but I'm being real. It's straight slop, man.
Yeah,
straight slop.
It's not good.
Nobody can stay healthy. There's always injuries. I'm surprised nobody has gotten injured in practice this week.
Well, it's crazy too because it's literally been since the Super Bowl year. We've lost key players year in and year out.
Yeah, and I'm getting sick and tired. And I understand it's the NFL, but if you look around the league, man,
you're not losing players at this rate.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
It doesn't.
Every star player we have, or at least stars to the league, like Alshon's out. Jordan Howard was having a tremendous year until he got injured.
Yep.
Is out. Lane Johnson's out, right tackle. Should be Pro Bowl right tackle.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you look around the league, every team doesn't have these many injuries to key players.
Yeah, you have injuries, but not as many as we have. It's insane.
It's crazy.
It's
I'm just saying, general-wise, to key players.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so let me get into it. My offensive player of the game, I'm going to go Boston Scott.
Okay.
Just because, how I look at it is he has such little tape on him right now.
Yeah.
So you can create plays to where he's going to get that separation, and he is so fast. Yeah. Just that explosion I haven't seen in a while.
Now, and the also thing in the offseason, they got to make up their mind if they want to keep Corey.
Corey Clement?
Yeah, or Cap. You know what?
Corey's gone.
I mean, Corey. Thank you for what you did in 2017.
Yeah, appreciate the 1 year wonder.
Last year, you were a shell of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
And this year, you couldn't even find the field at some times.
And I know his father personally, and it's just, I love Corey, love his family.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's just these past 2 years, they don't want to say it. He tore his ACL last year. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
He injured his ACL, and this year. I mean, obviously, could he catch fire in a pan again with some other team? Sure. But just right now, I think with Boston Scott and Miles Sanders, they just complement each other so well. And you're going to have to bring Miles Sanders. You're going to have to bring back Boston Scott because he's only on a 1-year contract. So
I'm bringing back Boston Scott regardless.
Yeah, Jordan Howard.
Regardless of what happens.
Jordan Howard's gone in my eyes. I think he's gone. Miles Sanders, these last couple weeks, he's just been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the game. Wow. Defensive player of the game, I'm going to go Malcolm Jenkins.
Okay.
Just because he's been, like, so quiet. Like, he's had little splashes and, like, he's made, like, big tackles here and there, but you need your leader to step up in games like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need your leader on defense to step up in games like
he's
this.
the voice of the locker room at some times, but I need him to be the leader on the defensive side of the ball this week. I need him to come up with big plays.
Right.
And big plays at the right time. Because I'm sick and tired of him, not making plays and then chirping in the locker room after games or even, during a week.
Right.
So you haven't done anything at all this year.
Yeah.
Step up. Let's
I don't
go.
know. Well, okay, so before we get into our NFL picks, we have a couple guys going in free agency.
Yeah.
Nelly's gone. Jordan Howard's most likely gone. Do you bring back Malcolm? Because I think Malcolm's going to want probably top safety money. He's going to probably want.
But does he deserve it at 32 years old?
No.
31 years old.
I'd bring him back for on a 2-year contract. I'd give him a 2-year contract.
Did Winston just throw a pick?
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas.
And the crazy thing is that
they just got a fumble. They just got the ball.
Well, let's see. You're going to say the defense got the interception or Yep. They got it. Okay. It's only 10-3, which is the which is the crazy part.
The Texans just fumbled the ball. The next play, Winston throws a pick.
And Tampa Bay's
that's a pick.
That's a pick. Yeah.
Yep. That's Texans all day.
And Tampa Bay says they want to bring Winston back next year.
Yeah, you're stupid, dude.
Yeah, you're dumb.
What are you, dumb? But I don't know what I don't know. You know what? And that's what bad organizations do, man.
Yeah.
They think that okay, we've seen it in movies before where they bring the dude back for 1 year. Mm-hmm. It all works out. Not in real life.
Well, I mean,
not in real life, honey.
I mean, minus his interceptions, I think he's on pace for over 4,000 yards if he's not there already. He has a shitload of touchdowns.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's those turnovers that kill him.
Yeah, you got almost 20. I don't even know what his interceptions rate at. I know it might be the high 20s.
I think since he came into the league, he leads the league in turnovers.
See, that's bad, dude.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
That's very bad.
And you're not going to get. You shouldn't give him 10 to 15 million for him to come back next year.
Yeah.
But anyway, obviously, got the Texans Buccaneers game going on right now. So
he's already got 3 interceptions today. 0 for 3.
Jesus
We're not even done the first half.
Christ.
He stinks, dude.
Wow.
He's terrible.
Wow.
I don't know what the Buccaneers. I don't know what Bruce Arians sees in him,
dude. Look,
I don't see what they see in him.
Well, I said it too once the Buccaneers brought him back as the head coach because he's known as the quarterback whisperer. He did a phenomenal job with Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and I said once Bruce Arians got hired as the Buccaneers head coach, I'm like, if Bruce Arians can't fix you,
then nobody can.
It's
almost like the thing with the Patriots where it's like, if the Patriots can't take you out of your troubles,
right,
and make you, to what you were before all the troubles, then we can't help you. You know, I mean, you look at the AB situation this year.
Hey, no white woman 2020.
Oh my God, it's crazy, dude.
Oh, as soon as I saw that,
Keep
I'm
your
like,
emotions off of social media. Huh?
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, this has to be fake. And then I looked, I'm like, it's his actual Instagram. I'm like, what is this dude doing?
Good old AB.
And you know it's bad once Des Bryant has to step in and say something.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
I'm convinced it's that Vontaze perfect
even Martellus Bennett said something to him.
Oh, what did he say?
He just said, you're a better person than this stuff. Stop putting stuff out. Yeah.
Wow. Well, the thing is too, he's set for the rest of his life.
Oh, absolutely.
And even beyond then.
His kids are. His kids are.
Yeah. And he's still getting sponsorships, which is nuts.
Yeah. He even said in his interview he didn't need football.
Yeah, I mean, so financially,
no. Why are you scratching and crawling to come back if you sat in the interview and said you didn't need football?
Yeah, I don't.
Come on, bro.
I don't know. I still think he comes back in the league next year, but I just don't.
He's gonna be 65 years old, pleading to get back into the league, bro.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those things. But all right, so let's see. Got the Texans-Bucks game on right now. Today at 4:30 p.m., Bills at the Patriots. That game I'm actually really excited
I got the
for.
Pats.
I'm loading up on the Bills personally.
You're crazy.
Well, I mean, what do you call it? You look at the last game. The last game was close too, though.
Yeah, but that was in Buffalo too.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're at Gillette now.
That's fair. Obviously, this late night game on paper last year, this looked good, but now it just doesn't. Rams versus the 49ers, primetime.
I got 49ers
So
because
do
they
I.
just got embarrassed by the Falcons.
Yeah, I agree.
Have fun.
Yeah, right.
Have fun, Los Angeles.
Steelers at the Jets.
Steelers at. I'm gonna go Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers as well.
Steelers.
You got it, I don't know why people aren't saying it. Mike Tomlin should definitely be considered or put in consideration for
If they
coach
make
of
the
the year.
if they make the playoffs, though.
Well, even like coming from like a 1-4 record to where you're
But
at
Sean
now.
McDermott also has a good argument as well too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He absolutely does. Let's see. Saints at the Titans. Saints.
I got Saints.
Yeah, Saints. Panthers at the Colts.
Colts.
Okay, yeah, I got the Colts too.
Freaking Will Greer starting for the Panthers.
Oh God, this is a game tomorrow. The Trash Bowl. Bengals versus the Dolphins.
Oh baby.
I got the Dolphins.
I got the Bengals.
Okay.
It's in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, Bengals.
Okay, I got the Dolphins. Ravens versus the Browns.
Ravens.
Ravens, yeah.
By 50.
Probably.
And Odell tells John Harbaugh, "Come get me."
Oh my God. Well, there was a lot of talk.
What? You know what, man? It sucks because, last year where they went 0-16 the year before that, and then this year with Baker, and they sat Baker for those 2 games with Tyrod Taylor. Even the Week 1 game, I found myself rooting for Cleveland because I just wanted to see him win.
Yeah.
You know what? And they came out and they tied against Pittsburgh, or they either tied or lost that Week 1 game. But then this offseason, they get Odell, and it's like, wow, they actually have talent now.
Yeah.
And it still is going downhill.
It's nuts.
Don't forget they got
it's
Kareem
insane.
Hunt too as a running
They
back.
got Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb,
Odell, Jarvis.
David Njoku when he's healthy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
The defense is pretty good too.
Yeah,
but
the
they
defense
just-
isn't bad.
Yeah.
As long as you can deal with Myles Garrett throwing his helmet at you.
Yeah.
But
That was a big loss.
I would love to have Odell here.
Oh, dude, how many you want 3 first-round picks?
Dude,
I would give them the same package that you would have given for Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, here's the thing, too. People say right now they don't want him, but I can guarantee you
You're crazy.
he would love this city. Not only the fact that he can go against his former team in the Giants twice a year, but he would get
Well,
to
look
see
what
how
happened-
passionate the fan base
Look
is.
what happened when that's a fumble, another turnover for the Buccaneers.
Jesus
Christ. It's so bad.
Oh, my
so
God.
bad. They're so bad, dude.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
good. Lord.
Another We're not even done the first half. There's 12 minutes left to go in the first half
Like
here.
what, 4 or
guys.
5 turnovers now?
Fumble by Peyton Barber.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's the 5th turnover for the Buccaneers today, and we're
Jesus
not even done the first half.
Christ.
Christmas.
That's
Well,
awful.
yeah, but back on the Odell
Odell
situation, it's almost like how Deshaun was, where Deshaun even said, "I want to stay in the NFC East, and I want to give the payback
To the Eagles. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And he did every time he
Yeah.
played them.
But-
He burned us for 75 every time.
But my thing is, too, with Odell, he's a fantastic player.
Yeah.
And I think, and I've been saying it for years. But again, I think it's also my LSU bias kicking in. But with Odell, he just wants to win. That's all it is. He wants to win.
He only made the playoffs once in New York,
And they got
and
blown
they got blown out.
So
Yeah, it was against the Packers.
Yeah.
It was the boat game.
yep,
It was the week before the playoffs.
they went to Miami, went on a boat trip, and then
Yep, and that was it.
fell completely apart. But I think it'd be a perfect fit if he came here. But you have to overhaul. Obviously, obviously you're going to see a coach overhaul this offseason, but as well as
You would hope so.
yeah,
You would hope so. You have a coach overhaul.
obviously yeah, minus Doug Peterson. But I think Jim Schwartz is gone. Mike Rowe's gone. Wide receivers coach is gone. The quarterbacks coach is gone.
Yeah, you got to clean house. No matter what we do this offseason, you got to clean house.
And that's my only concern, too. Say we get into the playoffs and win like a playoff game or two, they might not fire anybody. and that's a huge mistake. But
Yeah, but then as Jeffrey Lurie, you also have to put in his perspective that you got to look back on the regular season as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, damn, this team sucked.
I love
for the offense.
I love Jeffrey Lurie, but I think his loyalty kind of gets in his own way sometimes.
Yeah, it's almost like the Flyers as well too, where you know they still have Paul Holmgren running stuff. Running some stuff.
Same thing with the Phillies too.
Yeah.
With the Ryan Howard contract and all the days when Ryan Howard was.
They just in Philadelphia sports, we just never. The loyalty runs so thick, and I love that.
And especially in the fan
base. But
at
some point, you gotta tell yourself, this dude is 33 years old. We gotta move on from him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right.
Like Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins. Like we moved on way too late.
Yeah.
Way too late.
Mm-hmm. But all right. So let's see. I did the Ravens, Browns, Jaguars at the Falcons. I got the Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. Falcons, 100%.
Giants at the Redskins.
Giants.
Okay.
Giants at the Redskins?
Yes.
Giants.
Okay. I think Daniel Jones is coming back this week, too.
Oh, is he?
I think so. I could be wrong.
We might actually play Daniel Jones for the first time?
Probably. Lions at the Broncos. What do you got, Ralphie?
Lions at the Broncos?
Mm-hmm.
Broncos.
Okay. Raiders at the Chargers. I got Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
Because I think the Raiders losing their last home game is just so deflating.
Yeah.
Cardinals at Seattle. I got Seattle.
Cardinals at Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seattle. Kyler Murray stinks.
Obviously, 425. We talked about it earlier. Yep. Eagles versus the Cowboys. I got Eagles.
Eagles.
The
Eagles.
All right. So Chiefs at the Bears.
Chiefs.
Okay. I got the Chiefs as well.
And then the Monday night game, Packers and the Vikings.
That's going to be huge.
I'm going Packers.
And Dalvin Cook is Dalvin Cook is out.
Is he?
That's what they did say. Hold on, let me see if I can
Packers
find
by
it.
Go, Pack.
Yeah,
go.
he is out with a chest injury. So I got the Packers. You got anything else before we wrap up?
No, sir.
So
go Eagles, please, for the love of God. Let me just watch. I don't want to go on I don't want to spend any more money on this roller coaster ride anymore.
Yeah.
Please, can we just have a smooth sail game where we get to relax like the Jets game and everything's going right? It would be nice.
And for the love of God, I want Carson Wentz just to dominate, just so you can have all the Carson Wentz, like anti-Carson Wentz people being like, oh well.
Yeah, it would be nice, huh?
Yeah, it would be nice,
Jesus
but
Christmas.
Who knows? All right, guys, that's it for this week's episode of the Week Roundup. Got a show tomorrow.
Yes, in the morning.
In the morning.
I think Tommy said
10 o'clock, right? 10
let me
o'clock
see
in the
real
morning?
quick. Give me 2 seconds. It is 10:30.
Okay, 10:30.
10:30 show tomorrow.
10:30 show tomorrow.
Talking Eagles, Cowboys. Let's go Birds, please.
Let's go, for the love of God. Before I go, check us out on all our podcast forums.
Yep.
Spotify, Spreaker,
iTunes,
you-
SoundCloud.
You know the whole list
anything
already.
that has to do with podcasts, we're on there.
We're already on there.
Yep.
And we're also brought to you by ATSSportPicks.com. Use promo code A2D to get 20% off all your purchases.
Yep.
Helps us out, as well as gives you a little walking around money, so a little extra money is always nice. But I'm Jake Friel, Ralph DeVecchio on the ones and twos. Talk to you guys next week. Later, guys.